Welcome, my name's Damien, and I'm under the title of Lord Wraith. Now, what I'd like to do is welcome you to my little creative world. And today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly run through some of the bits and pieces that I've been creating here at Space Engineers. So, as you can see, we're in the standard training area, which we've got the red ship and the blue ship there. And up there, you can obviously see the miner fighter and the other bits and pieces. So let's get on with it. So here you can see is a couple of the ships that I've been creating. Let's drop down here, and also what we're here is we're in the training area, and what I generally do is I'm using this area to learn some of the systems that come with the game. So what we've got here, we've got the refineries, we've got large container areas, pistons, and a few other bits and pieces. A couple of some timer blocks down there, and a collector and ejectors and that sort of stuff. So as you can see, it's a pretty extensive area, but it's not the main one. So over here we've got a couple of the ships. We'll go through some of these later on. But like I said, this is mainly for me learning about the construction side of Space Engineers for use in the live worlds. So let's move on. Okay, so up here, if we come up here, we have the main construction area, and this is a place where I generally design the ships that I publish out there in the Space Engineers workshop. So as you can see, we've got a couple of little ones here right now. Obviously I've built the helper, which you'll find in some of the worlds, with the small blocks on, with the landing gear. I looked at it, I found it very useful, so I thought, well, why not? Why not add it into this creative world? And I found it useful in building some of the ships. So first of all, let's have a look what we've got here. Well, as you can see, I've got a little small ship platform, and on it, as you can see, are things like the conveyor belts, both big and small, and some of the mass blocks, the ejectors, small storage. And as the new stuff comes out, I generally use this for training with, to learn what it does and what it doesn't do. As you can see, they've got the small conveyor there, or conveyor sorter, reloadable missiles, normal missiles, and over here we've got one of the first ships, or one of the ships that I use in my live world, which is the grinder welder combination. It's a very useful piece of kit, I must admit. I'm very pleased with the result of it, and it does do the job. Over behind it is a couple of little helpers, one set up with the landing gear grip, and besides it is the small container hauler. And these are ideal because they do fit within a 1 block radius. So if we go to this and we put a 1 block here, and a couple of little blocks there, one there, and if we quickly jump out of that and move down into the little helper, you'll see that we spin it around, and if you watch, it actually fits nicely in between the 2 blocks, and it's also useful because what it also does is, if I just pop these blocks on top, as you can see, let's move around here, it actually fits quite nicely whilst you're building. It lets you move stuff around, with the small cargo container, and it lets you move your little craft around through your base whilst it's under construction. I actually am using this right now in my live world as well, and I do find it very useful because obviously you can't bring in the big welder and carrying all those parts when you're building stuff inside. So if you're building a control chair or something like that and you need all the parts, you can't carry them. So by using this little mini helper, it does work, and you can put all the stuff together in the little storage compartments and then take it to where you need it, set it up, and obviously also in the live worlds, by being able to jump into the little cabs, it will allow you to recharge. So it has a double purpose. So anyway, let's move on. This is the general construction area. Again, where I plan out my ships. Over here we've got one of my latest releases, which is a search and rescue. It's a good little ship. It's got some nice little features on it. At the back here, it's a two cockpits, as you can probably tell. The pilot sits at the front, and the navigator search person sits at the back. The guy at the back controls the searchlights and that sort of stuff, the radios, the beacons, and the pilot at the front just controls the ship. And in the rear of the ship, if we move forward, you can see that if you do need to rescue, there's a chair there which the engineer can sit in, who's being rescued, and he's got rescue boxes, again small storage containers, which if need be can be used, both above and below, searchlights, that sort of stuff. Let's pop out of here. So if you go in somewhere and you're in the ship and you need to get hold of parts, you can put them in the storage containers and go to the ship and do some repairs. It gives you access to all the bits and pieces. So around here, how do you refuel it? I've got a small container here, and if we just pop into there, as you can see, let's come down. There you are. And as you can see, you can get access to the very large reactor that's in the ship. I'm only using one reactor. It's the large reactor in this ship. But it does provide all the power you need, and it gives it quite a big boost. So there's this little search and rescue ship. It's got 3 landing legs all hidden away underneath, but it does help. And like I said, a nice little ship to zoom around in. So moving on, let's go down to the main hangar. Now, down here is where I store all the ships that I've been making just recently, and obviously each one I make, I put it out onto the workshops so that you guys might have a chance to enjoy them. So here we have some of the ships I've been designing. We've got the UFO Shadow Interceptors, the green one as a toy, and the white one from the TV series. There's a search and rescue. We've got also a couple of my heavy gunships in the different colours. Now you're probably wondering why they've all got mass blocks on. Now the reason for that is I found there's a little bug in the game. One of the big bugs, or one of these bugs, is that when you leave the creative world and come back, what you find is that all the landing pads have been turned off, so they go back to being the yellow, the default yellow. And obviously, even if you've locked the ship down, what happens is they have a tendency to move around and float around, and you can come back in. Ends up being a bit of a mess. So I've just put the blast box on just to keep them steady and stable. Behind the 2 gunships, you've got one of the big fighters. This is the gun version, I think, and over there is the missile version, and that's my heavy bomber. And behind them, if we keep on moving, is my first fighter, which I created. First series fighter, I should say, that I created in the game. A test vehicle, another heavy bomber fighter, and my 2 B5 Star Furies, which were the very first ship I ever built. And here again we've got the little helper and the drill. Now this is the second drill. This is the Mark II, which is, again, I'm using in my live world, and it's pretty good. It does a job. The wheels there come from, it's an idea came from somebody else, which I've given credit to in the up on the workshop. I can't remember the gentleman's name, but what it does help. It saves from a lot of damage, which is, I think, a wonderful little thing, because it's a simple idea, and they do save your craft from getting damaged, especially the miners as they're going through from the rocks. You can end up with all the sides battered and damaged and bent in, and having to repair them all the time. So by just putting the wheels on, I know it sounds like a daft little idea, but yeah, it works, and it makes it makes it easy on the maintenance side, especially in the live world. Especially on the maintenance side, where you've got to do all the maintenance side of it. So moving on, that's the cargo carrier, cargo carryall, should I say, with the little mini runner and the cargo pods that are behind it. If you want to download any of these ships, they are available on the Steam Workshop. So as we move around, let's come up here, and we pop out, back up onto the creation side of it. So there you go, guys. What I tried to do is I'm trying to do ships, create ships with no mods, which anybody can use within their real life worlds, whether they've been playing the game for quite a while, since the alpha first came out, or since like me, they've only just joined. I've been playing the game now for a couple of months, and I decided that what I'm going to try and do is build ships without mods, which I can use in the live worlds, and yeah, they're useful. So there you are, folks. If you like it, I have just created a new YouTube channel, and please go to the channel, have a look, download, subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you soon with another video. Obviously, and what I'm going to try and do is put some more videos together of me in the live world, so you can see how what I create here actually and how it works in the actual live worlds. Okay, thanks a lot, guys. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.